Hello folks, happy late February. Just 4 months away until the 2026 Copper Kings 100, and I'd like to share with you some updates about sponsors, give you some information about hotel stay discounts in town, as well as talk about the course changes that we have for 2026, and give you just a bunch of information to get you ready and also prompt you to ask questions for what you still need to know about. A lot has been going on. We've been crazy busy getting things organized, talking with sponsors, and otherwise just trying to get things up in place so that we have a exciting event for you in June. Still a lot of things to do, but we're so excited to be welcoming people back to Butte for the Copper Kings 100. I want to talk about the sponsors first off, and joining us again this year as a sponsor is UltrAspire. If you're an ultra runner, and of course, if you're involved in this, you certainly are, I hope you're very, very aware of UltrAspire. They're one of the best brands on the market, bringing headlamps, waist lamps, and vests, packs. Their gear is just the best. I've been running in UltrAspire packs myself for several years, and it's just some of the greatest packs out there. So well made, and they come in a variety of sizes. UltrAspire sponsored us last year in our inaugural year, and so we're really excited to have them back again this year. They will be providing prizes to our podium finishers, as well as they're going to be giving us codes for our bib pickup raffle. We're going to be giving away 2 of the new Traverse packs, the very popular Traverse pack, which is currently sold out, or at least I think it is sold out. A pack that I wore last spring at Monster and at Cocodona. I was able to help participate a little in the testing of this product, and I got to try a number of prototypes and war prototypes at those 2 big races, and I'm just thrilled that UltrAspire has created such a fantastic long distance pack. It's especially aimed at the multi-day runner, so if 200 milers are your thing, you're going to love this pack. But it's also a really great 100 miler pack if you want to have a good size 20 liter capacity pack. It's just absolutely terrific. Anyway, so we'll be giving away a couple of those, but also we do have a 20% discount that UltrAspire is giving to all of our runners. If you order from the website using the code CopperKings20, you'll save 20% off of your order. So thank you, UltrAspire, for again supporting the Copper Kings 100. Also returning this year as a sponsor is Silo, and Silo makes terrific drop bags. Their Crew Drop 1 is a bag that I used in a number of my most recent races. It's a really high quality, gorgeous bag that has lots of pockets on the inside, as well as it's just a lot of room. You can put shoes in it, and it's a great bag to use if you're need to put your stuff in the car to bring out to a run or to have stuff waiting for you after your run. And if you order from gowithsilo.com and use the promo code CK100, if you order a Crew Drop 1 bag, they're going to throw in a free Dry Drop 10 liter dry bag. Silo has recently added to their product lineup a dry bag called the Dry Drop 10 liter. And if you order with the promo code from Silo, you'll get that dry bag for free. So again, that's CK100 if you order from gowithsilo.com. And then we have a new sponsor this year called Eco Montana, and I'm really excited to tell you about this because we're doing something that's, I think, pretty exciting in terms of trying to reduce our waste footprint. We are going to be cupless this year, and we will have more information coming out about that in a future update. But for the products we do have at the aid stations, things for hot food and plates and bowls and utensils, we're partnering with Eco Montana for us to have completely compostable silverware, not the right word, but all of these to-go containers and utensils will be compostable and will actually then be composted after the event. So we're going to be keeping everything from our garbage separate from the compost at the aid stations, and then all the compostable stuff will be sent to industrial composters, so all the stuff will be recycled and continue on and stay out of the landfills. So I think this is an excellent thing to be doing in addition to being cupless and trying to reduce the number of cups we throw away. Also, the things that we do use, by having them be compostable, I think is a little bit friendlier to the environment. So really excited to be partnering with Eco Montana for that at the event. So look forward to that. We've also partnered with a number of hotels to provide some discounted rooms for you. A lot of people are going to be coming in from out of town, and we're so excited for folks to come to Butte and experience it for the first time and find out what all the excitement's about. Butte's a fantastic place, and there is a lot of lodging opportunities in town. And so we have partnered with 5 hotels so far to bring you discounted rates. The Best Western Plus Butte Plaza Inn is offering a discount at $149 a night. And the Best Western Plus also has pet-friendly rooms. We stayed there last year after the race, and I was really happy to be able to have Lily with me in my room. So that's a nice perk about the Best Western Plus. We're also partnering with La Quinta Inn and Suites. They're also offering rooms at $149 a night. Fairfield by Marriott in Butte is also offering rooms at $149 a night. Again, plus tax on all these things. The Holiday Inn Express and Suites also is offering rooms at $149 a night. And we're also partnering with Hampton Inn by Hilton, and the Hampton Inn is offering discounted rooms at $165 a night. So lots of great opportunities here, and we have information down below in the description, as well as on the website and in the runner's guide with the codes that you can use to get the discounts. You can either call the hotel to book, or you can book online. Depending on the hotel, they have different codes or they have different procedures. So yes, please stay at one of our partner hotels, save yourself some money, and it does help us quite a lot if you do stay in one of the hotels and let us know about it. We will be sending out a survey after the event asking you about your hotel stays. It's really important for us because of the partnerships that we're doing with local tourism boards for some of the grant money that we are applying for, to have you guys sort of staying in these hotels, but also that we can prove that you did. So something to keep in mind. Thanks a lot to all these hotels for partnering with us. We're really excited to be offering discounted rates to all of our runners. Okay, so I've said it's about 4 months until race day. I hope your training is going okay. And if your training is going okay, or if your training's not going okay, it might be useful to be using a coach. And as a reminder, we have partnered with Treeline Endurance from Bozeman as our official coaching partner of the Copper Kings 100. And they're offering all Copper Kings 100 runners a free coaching plan through Training Peaks. The 20-week plan started earlier this month at the beginning of February, but there is still time to get started. So if you go to the Copper Kings 100 website, there is a special page that's dedicated to our coaching partner, Treeline Endurance, or you can go to the link in the description below. In addition to the free training plan, if you do want one-on-one coaching, Treeline Endurance is offering our runners a discount on individual coaching packages. So you can email Treeline Endurance and that email address is on the web page. So go to copperkings100.com and click on the link to visit the information about our coaching partner, Treeline Endurance. All right, I want to talk to you about some course changes this year. For the most part, the course is largely the same. We have a couple aid stations that have moved, and the second to last section sees a change, as well as I guess the last section too. So let's go through the course section by section. I'll tell you what's new and what's the same. Okay, so first off, we're going to be starting again from the Belmont Mine, the same location as last year. The start is at 4 a.m. I know that's early, but it really is good for us to get you guys out of town way early before traffic is out, because it also means you'll be back in town earlier as well. So I know that for some of you it's painful to have such an early race start, but it really helps everything else. This first section of the course is the same as last year. So you're going to be heading south out of Butte from the Belmont on this main road here called Harrison. That takes you out eventually past Walmart, and it becomes a road called Basin Creek Road. And Basin Creek takes you all the way out to the first aid station. So this is the exact same course as last year. No changes there. After Basin Creek Park is when you get onto a double track dirt trail ATV track. You're going to stay on that for about 6 or 7 miles, and then you're going to turn right onto the Continental Divide Trail. We will have that turn marked very well like we did last year. And then you're going to stay on the CDT for quite a while after that. You're going to get the CDT is going to take you to the Highland aid station at mile 25. That's the same location where it was last year. And then you'll leave Highland and head up into the hills just below the Highland Mountains at the southern end of the course. You're going to have a beautiful view of Red Mountain down there. You're going to go past this place called Lime Kiln Hill. While you're down here, you will have little peekaboo views of Butte to the north. And this section will be the same as last year. But the difference is we're going to have, the first difference is the Pipestone aid station is going to be in a slightly different location as to where it was last year. Last year, the aid station was in this little parking lot just off the highway. This year, we're going to have the aid station in this old parking lot there where the trailhead used to be many years ago. So we're going to be moving the aid station here. And again, the Pipestone aid station is a no crew aid station. So no crew will be allowed here, just like last year. But in a slightly different location. So for you who ran last year, this will be a slight change. You will then leave Pipestone on the same trail. This is continuing the CDT. You'll cross over Highway 2 here. And then you're going to head up and over towards Homestake Pass. And this part of the course is the same as last year, but the Homestake aid station is in a slightly different location than it was last year. Last year, Homestake was in a large parking lot, which is where the main trailhead is. We're going to be just up the hill in an old parking lot that really isn't used very much anymore, but the Forest Service recommended we move our aid station there. So runners will run into that aid station. Crew, of course, is allowed at Homestake, and the crew will park down at the main trailhead and will walk up the hill to get to the aid station. So there is a little bit of a walk for the crew, but I mean it's a tiny amount, maybe 100 yards. I don't know. It's not very far. And yeah, so then and this is the aid station where pacers are allowed for the first time. But of course, if you have pacers with you at Homestake, they're going to have to go all the way to Nez Perce because they cannot stop at Our Lady of the Rockies, which is the aid station after Homestake. So the course after Homestake is the same as last year. We're going to stay on the CDT, following along the East Ridge, and then we're going to take you here to Our Lady of the Rockies at mile 58.6. From here, the course goes past the aid station, so you're going to climb this crazy hill. You see these switchbacks here. It's crazy steep. When you get to the top, you're going to walk past the aid station and then go out to the overlook, and that's where you're going to be able to see Butte down below you. And then from there, you can then return to the aid station. So this is the course. You don't get to stop at the aid station until you've gone to the overlook. So that's just a key thing that will be very clear when you get up there. When you are up here, it's pretty neat. You can see down below. You'll be able to see the location of the start, and you can see the Berkeley Pit, which is a giant open pit mine next to our start. Anyway, the views from Our Lady are just spectacular. After you leave Our Lady, the course is the same as last year, and this is the longest section of the course, a 17.7 mile section. But there is water that you can be filtering from here, so we strongly recommend that you carry with you a filter. I really like the Katadyn, I don't know how to say that, bee-free 1 liter filter. I use that and I squeeze that into my chest bottles. There is a few different places where you get really good access to water before you start the big climb up to the highest point on the course, which is at 8,400 feet. And then you start the descent to the Nez Perce aid station at mile 76.3. So the course is all the same from there until now, except for those couple of aid station location changes. From Nez Perce to Quinta, it's a very easy 4.5 miles, all on the road. That is also the same as last year. And then the biggest change comes after Quinta. So when you leave Quinta, it was the first 4.5 or so miles after you leave Quinta are the same as last year. You're gonna start off on the CDT, and then you're going to turn left, leaving the Continental Divide Trail, and you're going to follow this double track ATV track, finally up and over Reservoir Flats here, and then eventually we take a left, I think right about here, onto a all new course as from last year, still within the cross-country ski area, but we take you down to the southwest part of the cross-country ski area. This map calls it Big Flats. There's a couple other names for this area over here, but it's just absolutely beautiful, and it's got some nice views of mountains to the west and to the south. You can also, there's also a really cool overlook that allows you to see Butte, and then you will make your way to the aid station at Moulton. The last about 7/10 of a mile contains a section of trail that's pretty new. The Forest Service cut a new trail through the forest in this section here, and so the trail itself it's all on grass, so it's not really necessarily cut into the ground yet, but they have cut the trees down, so we have a pathway. So it's going to be fairly primitive, but it's not very long, and then you get back onto the road. There is a video that I made back in September of this new section of the course. It's linked below, as well as if you're, the link is in the email that you're going to be sent. So if you want to take a look at this new section of the course, that video is available. I'm really excited about this change. I think that this offers some cool differences from what we had last year. And so, yeah, this section is a little bit longer than last year. I think last year was 8.6 miles and now it's 9.1. And, but yeah, I think it's overall, this will be an improvement, if improvement was something that you wanted. After you leave Moulton, you get on to roads. And if you ran this last year, you know that this was a dirt road for most of the way in towards Butte. Some of this dirt road has been paved, so the road is more paved than it was last year, which just means, different surface than you had last year. It also means that the cars might be driving a little bit faster. So when you are running along the Moulton Reservoir Road back towards Butte, make sure you're staying to the left, but also make sure you're staying very alert and watching out for vehicles. Okay, so you're going to eventually make your way back into town. You get onto the thing, you go past the memorial at the Granite Speculator Mine Memorial. Then you'll get on to this old rail trail called the B&P Hill Trail. That takes you through historic Butte, past some of the old mines. And then eventually you will turn left onto Broadway. Now, this is a difference from last year. Last year, you went one block further and turned left onto Park Street, and you ran down Park Street towards the finish. This year, we're going to have you turn left onto Broadway, which will be a little bit more residential for parts of it, and also will actually run past a place from my childhood, my grandfather's State Farm Insurance Agency. That building no longer has that office in it, but it's just special to me that you'll get to run past it. And then eventually you will turn back onto Park Street and then make your way to the finish line. So there's a small change to the course in the last section. And then, of course, they have a major change to the course in the second to last section. But for the most part, the rest of the course is very similar to how it was last year. And so if you're running the course again, it'll be familiar. And I think you'll be excited about the changes we have up in the Moulton. So that's my info session for late February 2026 with 4 months to go until race day. I really hope everything's going well for everybody. If you're having any questions, please do reach out. I do love to hear from you. And I would love to talk with you about how things are going and your hopes and your dreams. I'm really excited to see you all in Butte. And I look forward to sharing more information and more updates with you in a few weeks. We will try to have one of these videos out at least every month, probably more often than that, as we just share with you sponsor updates as well as more information answering your questions so that you're ready to go. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. We're really excited to see you in Butte in June.